Hi and welcome to Glebe TV for December's 5 tips. The weather has changed, it's becoming more festive, it's certainly dropping, and so it should this time of the year. Briefly, what I would like to discuss, the most popular plant for December, poinsettias, some simple tips for looking after. First of all, please make sure you buy one. If you don't buy it from us, please make sure you buy one from somewhere where they're kept at a constant temperature. They hate the drafts, they'll really defoliate very quickly, and also they hate the cool. So bear that in mind when you have purchased one and wherever it's going to be kept. And finally, with them, watering. Make sure they only want a little bit of water just to be kept moist, and please water them from the bottom. And then you're going to get a nice poinsettia that's going to last right through, and the colours this year are even better than ever, going through from the traditional reds to slightly apricot to pinks to whites. So enjoy your poinsettia, but make sure, keep it out of a draft, keep it at a nice warm temperature, and water from the bottom, but only little.
It's a lovely cold crisp winter's day. Plants are looking really nice, but don't forget to protect the more tender plants in your garden, particularly plants in containers where they can get frosted from all directions. We've got these really handy fleece bags which are ideal for putting over plants. They've got a drawstring on there, so you just pull it up tight, job done. There's always the traditional heavy duty garden fleece as well, which you can use. And one last tip, whilst out in the garden, protect your hands with these perfect ultimate thermal gloves.
Tips and care on looking after your Christmas tree and purchasing. Just think, first of all, find your base. Just measure your ceiling so you know what sort of size of tree you can actually take. It happens so often that people get carried away and realise that it's rather large. Avoid, ideally, these are the ideals, avoid being next to a radiator. If it must go next to a radiator, then it just helps to keep that a bit lower. And also, very importantly, is make sure that if a fresh slice isn't cut off the stump when you purchase it, that you actually do it yourself. This enables more moisture to be absorbed so much quicker. And also, what I do recommend is that for purchase it, take it home, keep it in the net, get a bucket of water and stand it in the bucket of water overnight, somewhere outside nice and cool. And then it's had that initial really good suction of water. Bring it in the following day, still keeping it in the net, because that then enables you to get it nice and upright in the base. Once you've secured the base, got it in position, then pull the net off. And then, if you've done those simple tips, you'll certainly find you'll have a successful tree. Bearing in mind, of course, that the Nordmans are now the number one as far as popularity goes, just purely because there's hardly any needle drop.
Just a quick few tips on how to encourage garden birds into your garden. Some people have difficulty, but I find it's really easy to attract most birds by using mealworms. These are dried worms, high in protein and high in energy. Birds seem to be attracted to this, particularly in cold weather. Second type of food to use are soap bulbs, very popular, but they're high in energy again. Use them through a feeder, that way you just attract smaller birds, I find. They can cling. Fat balls are fairly cheap these days, so really easy way of getting birds into your garden. And by far the easiest way I find are using sunflower hearts. These are attractive to most birds. You can use these in either sunflower feeders, or most people will have a peanut feeder, perfect for using sunflower hearts.
We are actually open till 3 p.m. on Christmas Eve and delivering on the day. So if there is anything that's particularly large, bulky or heavy that you've purchased as a gift and you wish us to deliver it within reason as far as distance goes, to whoever it might be, or even yourself, then for example like these bird baths, then we're in a position to actually offer you that service.